before I start this video really quickly, I just want to say that I am going to be sounding a little bit weird and tired because I have a stinking cold and I'm feeling a little bit under the weather at the moment. I've taken tests that have come back negative, so I'm good there, don't worry about it. I just wanted to let you know in case you're thinking, oh, she sounds a bit weird. Anyway, let's start the video. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are finally getting back into the swing of videos, and by that I mean the more edited ones, the more how-tos and advice type of ones. There's still going to be vlogs and stuff like that, but after my break and then going straight into nano vlogs, it's nice just to come back and kind of go back to what I was originally doing, but hopefully with some more energy and a little bit more oomph to them, so fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes. Now, this is a bit of a controversial topic to jump into, especially considering Nano has just finished, so a lot of people are, still riding on that high, or they're enjoying their Nano Hangover and, stuff like that. But we are going to be looking at how to jump back into writing after taking a break. And the thing is, like I said, a lot of people do have that Nano hangover, that writing hangover, where you do just feel drained and exhausted and that you don't even want to look at a word, let alone write one. So you do take that break, and then getting back into the swing of things can be a little bit daunting. It can trigger all kinds of anxiety. It can affect how you speak, because I still can't string a sentence together. Taking a break comes with a lot of guilt and frustration and confusion, and jumping back into it is a huge adjustment period because you're trying to rearrange a schedule, you're trying to figure out where you left off, you're trying to look back at other things that you've already written and seeing how your style has changed during your break. Sometimes you have to adapt back into your style, and these are just 5 tips that are going to help you on how to get back into writing after you've taken a break. Whether you're in a break now, you're planning a break, or you're just ending one, I hope this helps you. Number 1 is be kind to yourself, please. At the end of the day, you took this break for a reason, whether it was going to be scheduling conflicts, or trying to replan what you've already written, or you're just exhausted. There are so many different reasons why you would take a break in the first place, so just be kind to yourself when you come back. I mean, you could sit down at a computer or in front of your notebook and you pick up that pen, or you're just about to start typing, and then there's that overwhelming feeling of,
I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know where I left off, oh god, I've lost my ability to write, why did I even take a break in the first place, what is wrong with me, I'm never going to be able to write again, oh dear god.
But growing pains are natural. I mean, they say hop back on a bike years later and you still know exactly how to do it. Well, I'm not being funny. No, it is not that easy. You get back on a bike and you might be a different weight or shape or different adjustments to the last time you were on a bike. You have to relearn balance, you have to relearn the gears if you're that type of rider, I don't know. But it is not that easy, and the same is with writing as well. You cannot jump back into it. You can't just pick off where you left off, because it's been a long time, frustration, guilt, memory issues. There's a lot of growing pains, and it's natural. So yeah, you're going to feel guilty, you're going to feel frustrated, you're going to feel like, oh dear God, why did I do this in the first place? But please be kind to yourself, give yourself time, take that deep breath and remind yourself, I am going to get back into the swing of things. I do have goals that I want to meet. This is going to take time, and that is okay. Number 2, linking in. Don't rush yourself. Don't just go in and think, yep, I'm going to finish this book by the end of the week, even though I've taken 6 months away from writing. That is not how it works. And trying to push yourself and rush and set such big targets out of nowhere is just going to put so much pressure on yourself, and you're going to feel like the deadlines are closing in before you even started, because you're rushing, you are trying to bite off more than you can chew. And I feel like such a hypocrite for saying it, because that is exactly what I do all the time. I set such big targets for myself, and then when I don't achieve them, I feel really bad. However, that didn't happen with Nano this year. I didn't achieve my 65,000 words count that I wanted, but I did get past the 50,000 word mark, and I was still really happy with myself. So yeah, take it with a pinch of salt, but don't rush, okay? Things are going to take time. You're going to have to relearn a few things. You're going to have to adjust to whatever new schedule you have, whatever new lifestyle, whatever choices are happening around you. you have to adjust to that as well as bringing writing back into your life. And it's a little bit like a weird relationship. You've taken a break and now you're a little bit like, where do we stand here? Do we need to relearn a few things about each other? It's the same principle. Take time and be patient. Do not rush yourself. Number 3, plan and reread your original work. Whatever you are trying to pick up again, take the time to look over it, scan through it, reread bits that you've already written, look over your plan, make adjustments, make a new plan, and run with that. Because, as I've said, like, it's probably sounding so boring. If you want to try a drinking game of how many times I say this, then by all means, don't do it, because you will be paralytic by the end of this video. But you can't just pick off. You can't just pick up where you left off, and it's gonna take time. So take a little bit of extra time just to reread, just to plan ahead, just to see what you can do in the future to make things a little bit easier for yourself. If you had a new writing style or a new idea, take the time to really let that sink in. Just take that time and plan and reread. It's like a giant refresher course. You can adjust what you had, you can mix it in with new ideas, you can write a few extra scenes and see if they can fit in anywhere and then adjust from there, as long as you plan ahead and don't just jump right into it. You need to think, okay, I left for a reason, I'm coming back for a reason, things have changed, let's see how I can set things out to make things easier for myself and make this as smooth a transition as possible to bring writing back into your life. I know it is daunting. Nobody really likes looking over their work. I mean, the idea of rereading some of the stuff that I've been writing for, like, I've lost count of how many drafts I'm doing, but that's not the point. It's not fun going back and looking over projects, because you're like, oh, did I really write that? Oh, that's cringy. That's a line I need to change. Why did I even write you? So you have all that fun stuff, but it is worth it because you kind of regain that spark. You want to fix things, you want to adjust things, you want to plan for it. So, you know, it's got its pros and cons, but it's worth it in the end, I promise. Number 4, remember why you came back to writing. I mean, you're going to sit there on your first day and think, yeah, I've got this, and then you start rereading and they'll start your planning and then realise just how much you have to do. And then when you do have all of that planned out, you realise, yes, now I actually have to start writing again and relearning how to write and how to adjust to my new style or recapture my old style. And it's going to be so overwhelming, and you're instantly going to feel like, oh god, I need to take another break from my break. This is ridiculous. But please remember why you came back. There is a passion there, there is a hope, there is a spark, and you want to grab that spark. That's the reason why you came back in the first place. There's a spark there that you want to grab and you want to run with. So please do not let go of it. Just remind yourself why you came back, why you want to do this, and just give yourself that constant motivational push, because you're going to need it. And finally, number 5. Again, this is a little bit of a controversial one. Don't know what my hand's doing there. Number 5 is plan your next break. And I know what you're thinking. Scribbler, what the hell? I just came back from a break, or I'm already planning on finishing a break. Why would I already be planning my next one? That just sounds really defeatist and like you just don't care what's going on. But no, I mean, if you go back in with the attitude of, yep, I'm refreshed, I'm good, I've got this, I've planned, I've adapted, I'm going to go back into this and I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to take a break again, I've got this, then you are already setting yourself for a very unrealistic and unreliable goal and adding so much pressure on yourself that you do not need. And it's going to be crushing when inevitably you do feel overwhelmed again and you do feel like, I need another break. And I already said that I wasn't going to take another break. Oh, I'm a failure, I've ruined it, I'm never going back to write again. And it's a downward spiral that we've all been down, and it's not a fun place to be. But if you go back in with the attitude of, yep, I'm going to try my best, I'm going to give it a couple of months just to see if I can get back into the swing of things. If I do, then great. If not, then I've already planned a break, so it's not going to be the end of the world. Plan, even if it's just a weekend off, even if you decide, yep, I'm going to write throughout the week and then I'm going to take the weekends off, that is a break that you can handle. If you want to then think, okay, I'm going to wait, I'm going to write for a few months, wait to see how things go, and then I'm going to take another month off. That's going to be my break. It gives yourself in a way, it gives yourself a deadline, because a lot of people work really good with deadlines, and that can help a lot of people when you know, oh, I'm going to be taking a break soon, so I need to get as much done as possible. But it also relieves that pressure of, it's okay, I'm giving myself time to get as much done, and then when I feel overwhelmed, I know that a break is coming and it's going to be okay, and I can have that reset time. It works for both ways. It's, you know, it feels so, you know, when you do plan ahead to take another break, it does feel a little bit like, oh great, here we go, I've failed again, or oh, I'm putting on pause, or oh, I'm limiting my progress, or anything like that. But you can't pour from an empty cup. You need those breaks. You need that little mental health rest to just set yourself back on track. Just in your life, in your head, in your physically, mentally, just to get yourself in a good place to then get back into writing again and start this whole lovely process all over again. But hey, that's why we do it, isn't it? We writers just love to torment ourselves. So yeah, those are my 5 tips on how to deal with coming back into writing after taking a long break. I really hope your nano hangovers aren't being too painful. I know mine is, but then I've also got a stinking cold on top of it, and a very fussy baby at the moment. She's going through a sleep progression phase thing, so it's been super joyous all around, ready for Christmas. But no, we're all doing fine, we're all good. We're a little bit sickly and a bit coldy, but we're good, we are good. It's not looking very festive at the moment because the Christmas tree is stuffed into a corner because Madam has started crawling and pulling herself up, and she is obsessed with the tree, so we've had to like shove it in a corner as far away from her little play space as possible. So it's not looking very festive in here at the moment, but you know, what can you do? Yeah, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you're doing well, I hope you're staying safe, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, my scribblers.